Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Joel CP back here again with another video, and today I will be breaking down how to stop split close. A couple of different ways, mostly in dollar because that's the only way I run it, but I'll give you guys a way in 3-4 odd just in case. But I've been getting a lot of suggestions for split close because for some reason you guys are getting torn up by it. And I understand just because, last year I put out a video on how to lock down split close, and it was kind of the same exact concept, but zones were better, so I understand. So we're going to go ahead and lab versus Pats because they have the X drag trail play with the post going to the left side of the field. They have the PA slide and they have the HB wheel. Now clearly the computer's not going to run it as good as everyone else, but I'm still going to give you guys a breakdown of why I like to run this versus most users, and I still lock everybody down in it. So all you're going to do when you play split close is you're going to press. As you guys can see, your corners are going to come out in kind of towards the inside for better run defense. You're going to shade down and shade up. We're not going to blitz anybody for now. I like to send 4 versus split close, but give them the look like we're sending more. You're gonna deep half this this left side safety. So what I like to do is just go ahead and deep half him, triangle, X, and then right stick to the right. And what that's gonna do is just tell him to play a little bit more inside and not give up that seam streak from Edelman. Usually he's gonna be on a post though. And then what I like to do is just put my 3-rec into a hook curl. So all you're gonna do is bring him down, press A and left stick down, or you can YYLB left stick down. And as you see, put him in a hook curl. Now what the hook curl is going to do is if it's HB wheel, he's going to play this, he's going to play that that post route that everyone likes to throw until this deep blue can cover it. And if it's X drag, then he's going to play anything in this middle of the field until those 2 post routes come. So that's why I like it so much. Now even what you can do is you can flat this right, wait, who did I just mess up? I didn't do anything. Alright, you can flat this right side guy too. And the reason being is because when we're pressing but we're not base aligning, this cover 3 is actually going to man up to this X corner route or this A corner route, depending on what you're on. But I know that's the A or X when you're on offense. So it's going to man up to that tight end corner route. So you can have this hard flat to watch Burkhead coming out the backfield when they throw like those dump downs or the table routes. And by then, I mean, if they're going to have a wheel route and X drag trail, I feel like you should be able to get pressure by then. Like from there, all you're going to do is basically just lurk the drag. You saw everything was locked up zone-wise. And that's basically what I run. I like to run it like that. Don't base align. Again, you're just going to press, which is triangle, left stick down. And again, I messed up. So if you guys baseline, I'll just go ahead and tell you guys to reset the play which is square and LT or L2. And all you're going to do is press. And you can see the difference. They're baseline right now. So we're just going to go ahead and go into a play. Just because I think in practice mode it's a little glitched when you do an adjustment and try to reset the play. But when they're baseline, you can tell because they're lining up to the outside of the receiver, not the inside of the receiver. We don't want that, of course, because I feel like it's worse run support, and it kind of just gives up the fact that you're just going to not blitz, you know what I mean? This gives up more of a show blitz kind of effect. You have more in the box, which means people may not even want to run the ball. So again, the setup is you're just going to go ahead and deep half this X, so triangle, X, right stick. You're going to put this guy in a hook curl right here, and you can even put this guy RB in a hard flat right here. And just use in the middle of the field. You're hoping that the loop comes in sending 4. Worst case scenario, you're going to get a block shot by then. And all you're going to do is just use it from drag to post. And that's basically all I do for the most part. I feel like a big thing about it is definitely your user. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and send more pressure instead of sending 4, you want to send 5 or 6, then I go back to my DB5 video if you guys haven't already. And if you guys know the setup, all you're going to do with the DB5 is going to press, do the setup. And then I like to just send this middle linebacker, deep half this corner, on certain downs and bring them down though. Bring them down over Edelman so it doesn't look like they can lob you. Because you bring them towards the inside, it's kind of giving out like, okay, I'm going to leave that left side wide open. If you bring him down towards the middle of the field, it's like, oh, okay, I can't bomb this guy. I can't bomb the safety because he's right over top of me. And more than likely, they're still going to be on a post or some type of drag anyway. And then I go ahead and shade down, actually, and then I just cloud flat my X corner, which is triangle X, left stick down. I would say this is more of like a 3rd or 4th down defense versus split close. You just jump in the middle of the field. You're giving them that corner out because it's kind of congested. So I can jump this right side for a second and feel comfortable with jumping that right side during like an HB wheel type play because I know that hard flat is going to play that table route and I know that I'm going to be able to jump that corner route to in route area. Now if he puts a slant on the field, you're going to have to guess between one and that's what, like I said, that's why I said it's so big on you having a good user when you're playing a defense like this because right now the computer's quick hiking me throwing drags and posts, whatever the small window, you know what I mean? But people aren't going to make a read that quick, just hike the ball and throw it. It's going to take a couple of seconds. They're going to read the whole entire field. By then, with DB fire, the blitzes are going to come in. And with crossfire, most of the coverage will already be, covering or blanketing most of the stuff that they're going to have on the field. So, I mean, I would just say go ahead and practice mode and practice these setups. Again, all you're going to do is go ahead and blitz this middle linebacker, and you're going to deep half this corner. You're going to shade down and cloud flat this left cornerback. And as you can see, it's just like that. By the time the pressure comes in, anything deep that could kill you on that right side maybe is not going to kill you. You see he tries to throw that, but since I have Cody Davis, who isn't 90 zone, he's not going to play that. But since that's a hard flat, we're fine with that. You know, the computer throwing at a hard flat all game, we're fine. As you guys can see, we screamed. I think we screamed off the left side and we screamed off the right side. This is going to be a hard flat with 90 zone, you know, if you have 90 zone, which is the threshold. So he'll jump that. Oh, we got this, you know, we got this drag. We can go back up to this. We can either bait him on this post route or we can bait him on this in route too. But no matter what, you know, for the most part, I feel like by the time that pressure comes in, he's going to make a forced read and it's probably going to be a pick. There's another way I like to stop split close. And then the last way I'll give you guys out of 3-4 odd, if you guys want to get versatile, you guys feel like you're going to get, you know, ran on or whatever, I would go ahead, come on 3-4 odd Tampa 2. What you're going to do is kind of like the same thing with DB Fire. You send the crib, but it's just out of 3-4 odd, which is more run support. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys after they look at me. What you're going to do is you're going to base align, which is triangle, left stick to the right, and then you're going to show blitz, which is triangle, left stick to the left. And I usually don't do that, but because of how good 3-4 odd is when you show blitz, how quick the blitz comes in, you want to do this. And then the next step, the most important step, is you're going to spread your linebackers up. As you can see, this linebacker is going to creep into the hole. Usually this is how it's going to look if I'm not using another middle linebacker, but since we're using this one, we're going to go ahead and drag them out a little bit so the blitz can come in. We're going to stand right here. And all we're going to do is we're just going to blitz all our linebackers, spread up, QB contained, and we're going to deep half this safety. Again, 3rd and 4th down situations. You know, again, we can go with the shade down and the left side of a cloud flat. But this is like 3rd and 4th down situations or situations. Like even like 1st down and 10. I mean, it's for everything. If someone is running the ball on you a lot out of split close and you're in dollar, or if they're coming out and split close and all the way down to something else and you're getting pancaked, there's no point in you giving up those free touchdowns just for a little bit more pass support. You might as well come on 3-4 odds, send the crib, and then go ahead and just make him make a quick read. And, you know, maybe he'll dot you a couple of plays, but at the end of the day, as long as you get a pick, it doesn't matter how many yards he went down the field. I feel like especially when you're playing like MUT head-to-head in weekend league, those guys are clearly going to crack when you send a lot of pressure and if you have a good user. But then again, that's why in my last video I stressed so much just to practice your user a lot, because the better your user is, the more stuff you can cover on the field, the more pressure you can send, the more wow you can get with your adjustments. I feel comfortable sending this 5. So if you guys do, I definitely would say to send this 5 to 6, because like I said, someone's not going to make a user that, no one's going to make a read that quick. You can also run some coverage out of this as well with the same look, which I like, so you can go ahead and do the same stuff that I told you. But maybe you can go ahead and just man, like if you have a really, really good linebacker here or like a real fast linebacker, man him up to stop the post so that by the time it gets to this deep blue, it'll get jumped. And then maybe like you're playing Mike Vick, so you spy him or something. But you're giving him the same look of the blitz, so maybe he'll block a couple of people or maybe he'll send everybody out on a route. But you're going to have way better coverage now, you know. So I definitely would recommend just mixing stuff up. A lot of different things you can do with it. You can come out, like I said, you can come out and cover 3 and do the same exact thing. You know what I mean? Like if my setup actually wants to work, yeah, you can come out and cover 3, do the same exact thing. You know what I mean? Just mess around with stuff, come out with the coverage, same type of look. But these are just a couple of different concepts that I like to do to stop split close. I definitely recommend for the most part to have a hook curl on the field if you're going to play coverage, just because that hook curl is going to play that HB wheel on the inside. And then it's going to play the X drag trail post when it comes kind of late on that left side of the field when people are looking for it last moment. The other reason why I like it so much is just because I mean it's just good run support too. If someone did for example run a different playbook and they had the fullback inside, then it would blow up the fullback inside. And even with the hook curl, it's going to run a little bit closer when they run it power O to the other side. It's going to run and break down quicker, you know what I mean, than a 3-rec in my opinion. But I mean, I like the hook curl in general. It plays better than a 3-rec. It's more predictable, so I know exactly what I'm getting out of it. When I put a hook curl on the field, in that small circle where you see a hook curl, it's going to play it. It's going to play it. And that's all I'm asking for it to do, is just play that zone, and all I got to do is watch my part of the field. So I'll show you guys the setup even versus, I messed up though, I base aligned. But even versus the play action play. And again, you know, once in a while I would mix in maybe sending 5 out of crossfire if you're not getting any pressure. But I always like to start and recommend people to, you know, just go ahead and run forward. Because what's the point of stressing 5 and 6 and sending all these people if you don't even know if you're getting, I messed up again. But even if, like, you don't even know if you're getting pressure sending 4 or 5 yet. You haven't even tried it out yet. So I like first drive I always like to just send 4 and 5, see what type of game it's gonna be. If I'm gonna get some sheds or not, you know, what type of O line they're rocking with. If my D line is feeling it, and if it's not, then I'm gonna start sending 5 and 6. And then if I am, then I'm just gonna send it just like this. Maybe shade down so this hook curl isn't gonna play that deep post, but this hook curl is gonna play everything else. It's gonna play like any type of quick slant. You know, I can't put it because I don't really have one controller, but usually a user will put like a quick slant on the field or something. And again, send 5 by the time he even has a chance to throw to that open route. Even though I should have been using that, it's gonna go ahead and be a sack. So I do recommend just mixing in the 5 and the 4 and the 5. And again, the setup for that is you're just gonna deep half again, put this guy in a hook curl, and instead of not shading anything, you're just going to shade down right here, bring that corner back to the left side and QB contain him. And all you have to do from there is just watch the left to right side of the field. You know what I mean? Just don't be late on that post crossing route or whatever. And if you guys didn't know how to put safety in dollar, because I don't run with a linebacker in dollar usually, but the Jags have fast linebackers in regs. All you're going to do is go here and you can put any free safety that you want. No package, no nothing. All you're going to go is you're going to press R1 on the play call screen, and you can put your backup safety in salary cap, or you can put your backup safety in regs, or whatever you're playing in backup safety here. I wouldn't recommend to put a looping safety here. I'd say your best safety with some type of, your best linebacker with some type of pursuit and block shed. So I would usually use like Telvin Smith, because I feel like he just comes in a lot better and he'll get sheds. So I'll show you guys one more time versus the computer. The setups, if you guys don't remember, you're gonna press first the cross. If you're using Crossfire, you're gonna press D path, which is Y, Y, X, or square. Right stick to the right. I don't know why it looks like this though, because I had it flipped. I hate when it does it like that. I like to bring in this inside guy just to pretend like I'm blitzing, like I said. Then you're gonna go ahead and bring this guy down here. Play a hard flat on this side. This is the exact setup. You know, I'm gonna hold it for a couple of seconds if you guys want to get a picture, or if you guys want to go ahead and pause it. There's the exact setup. So if your setup doesn't look like this, then definitely go into practice mode and practice it a couple of times. And then the DB fire. And I would recommend to run these plays flip too, because you want that hook curl on that left side of the field, not the right side of the field. There's nothing on the right side of the field that's really gonna kill you. That's quick. That HB will is gonna kill you though, for sure. I definitely have gotten hit with it a couple of times just being lackadaisical. So again, you're going to press in DB fire, spread your D line. You're going to go ahead and just contain blitz and basically send 6 right here, deep half. And you can even, like I said, play underneath and just shade up on this left side. And you don't even have to shade up on this left side because there really isn't too many things that can kill you. So, I mean, if they want to dump it down to the running back on either side, then I'd go ahead and just hard flat this dude. Or maybe they're going to have a drag or something. But I like this just in case the blitz doesn't come in time. And if they do have that slant for HB wheel, it will play this because there's not going to be any route over here. Or maybe if they're running with the HB wheel play and they have the running back on the wheel, this cloud flat will run with that because they know that over top they don't have a safety help. I kind of like that. So I'd run it like this. Again, that's the setup. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video, man. If you guys want to go ahead and check out my YouTube, exclamation, oh, not my YouTube, you guys are already here. If you guys want to go and check out my Twitch or my Twitter, I'll go ahead and put it in the description down below. Hopefully you guys like, comment, subscribe, you know, share to friends. I'm out. Peace.